Hello and welcome, students of Europe Hotel School. In the world of modern hospitality, we are right at the forefront of a huge digital transformation. So today, we're going to explore how AI is becoming this new, powerful shield for our industry's financial security. And trust me, understanding this is absolutely critical for your future careers.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get a really clear picture of the new kinds of risks we're facing. Then, we'll see how AI steps in to act as our proactive shield. After that, we'll meet the key companies in this space, see how this tech actually impacts the guest experience, and then we'll wrap it all up by looking at what it takes to build a truly future-proof hotel. All right, let's just dive right in with a big question. As we look to the future, the threats we're facing, they aren't just physical anymore. They're digital, they're incredibly fast, and a lot of the time, they're completely invisible. This high-speed world of global bookings and mobile payments really demands a whole new kind of defense. So let's start by really understanding the challenge we're up against. The sheer volume and speed of digital finance in hospitality today has made the old way of doing things, that manual oversight, pretty much impossible. We're talking about a nonstop 24/7 stream of data coming in from all over the globe. And this new reality? It's forced a massive shift in our strategy. It used to be that we were reactive. We'd investigate fraud after it happened, basically cleaning up the mess. But today, the only winning strategy is predictive prevention. It's all about stopping the threat before it can do any damage. And it's so important to get this. The cost of fraud is so much more than just the money that was stolen. You've got the huge administrative headache of dealing with chargebacks, you've got the direct revenue loss from rooms that were held up by fraud and couldn't be resold. And maybe the most damaging thing of all, you risk eroding the trust you've built with your guests. Which, of course, brings us to the solution. To fight these really sophisticated digital threats, we need a defense that's just as sophisticated. We have to move from people manually checking things to an intelligent, automated system. And this is exactly where AI comes into play. So let's break down what predictive prevention really means. It's about AI algorithms sifting through millions, literally millions, of data points in the blink of an eye. They're looking for these tiny, subtle patterns that a human auditor would just never see, flagging a risky transaction before it's even complete. The best way to think about this, really, is to imagine an invisible shield. AI creates this shield that operates silently in the background. It's protecting your hotel's revenue stream, making sure legitimate guests have a seamless, secure experience, all while deflecting threats with, well, surgical precision. Okay, so that's the concept. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's meet the AI specialists, the actual companies that are putting this technology to work in hotels as we speak. You've basically got 4 major players in this space, and each one has a slightly different specialty. You've got Count, who are the chargeback fighters, Sift, who acts as a guardian for guest accounts, Riskified, which is a real-time decision engine, and ClearSale, which uses this really interesting hybrid of AI and human experts. The key is knowing which tool is right for which job. Let's dig in a little deeper. So first up is Count, and their entire mission is to just crush chargebacks. They do this by analyzing all this data, like the guest's device type, their location, and payment history, to make an instant decision. Now, for a busy city hotel, this is a game changer. It means you're not holding valuable rooms for some lengthy manual review, which translates directly to maximizing your revenue. Next is Sift, and they act more like a guardian for your guest's entire digital life with you. They go way beyond just transaction fraud. They prevent things like account takeovers, where criminals steal valuable loyalty points, and they even help fight fake reviews. A luxury resort with a big loyalty program would absolutely want a solution like Sift to protect those high-value guest relationships. And crucially, it reduces what's called the insult rate, making sure you don't accidentally block your best customers. Then we've got Riskified, which is like a powerful decision engine for your finance team. For every single transaction, it gives a simple, accurate fraud score. This just removes all the guesswork. It empowers your team to make these confident, data-backed decisions and helps them easily tell the difference between a legitimate last-minute business traveler and a fraudster. And finally, there's ClearSale, and they take a really different approach. They combine the raw speed of AI with the nuanced judgment of human analysts. Now, this is where it gets really clever. This hybrid model is perfect for those tricky, high-value cases like a complex international booking where cultural context might be key. It's all about minimizing those false positives so you never, ever turn away a good guest by mistake. All right, so we've seen the powerful tech working behind the scenes, but now Let's connect this back to what really matters most, the guest. How does this AI shield protect their entire journey with your hotel? The truth is, security is woven into every single digital touchpoint. From the very moment a guest creates an account online, through the booking process, pre-arrival emails, all the way to Mobi check-in and managing their loyalty account, AI is there, working silently in the background to verify they are who they say they are and to protect their data. And this really brings us to the ultimate goal, doesn't it? It's a dual objective. On one hand, you want to create a completely seamless, frictionless, and secure experience for your genuine guests. And on the other, you want to build an impenetrable fortress against anyone with malicious intent. The best security should feel completely invisible to the right people. Okay, for our last section, let's zoom out and look at the big picture here. Adopting this kind of technology isn't just some small operational upgrade. It's a strategic transformation for the entire financial health of your hotel. This quote just perfectly captures the shift. By automating all that risk detection, you free up your skilled finance professionals. They can stop chasing down individual transactions and start focusing on high-level strategy, on financial trends, on identifying new opportunities for growth. Their jobs become more interesting and way more valuable. So as you continue your studies and eventually move into leadership roles, I want you to remember these key takeaways. First, AI-driven security isn't optional anymore. It's fundamental. Second, it protects everything that matters: your revenue, your guests, and your hotel's reputation. And finally, it frees up your teams to focus on what we do best in this industry, delivering exceptional hospitality. So I'll leave you with this final thought. As the future leaders of this industry, you're going to be the ones making these critical decisions. And the question you have to constantly ask yourselves is this: is our strategy built for the problems of the past, or is it truly secured for the challenges and the opportunities of the future? Thank you.